Live. We are live.
Yep.
We have liftoff. First time doing this Google Hangouts thing, so if anything goes wrong, I'm very sorry. But hey, stuff happens. Can we swear? I swear a lot.
I'm a teacher.
I don't know.
You know.
I'll do moderate swearing, but not hardcore swearing. How about that?
Yeah, I might say shit or something like that.
You just
like you just did.
So we've gone from PG-13 now to maybe 15. It's all right.
Look what my top says. Parental advisory. And yes, guys, I am wearing my daughter's earmuffs. I don't know why, 'cause it's quite hot outside.
Please tell us, crazy developer, why you're wearing your daughter's earmuffs.
I don't know, I saw them on the floor and I thought, you know, it's not safe for them to be on the floor, so it's better to be on my ears. I don't know.
Coder logic.
Well, okay, let's introduce everyone. I'm your boy, Bites and Chicken. I'm the lead developer on Gear Gauntlet, founder of Droplet Interactive. Currently doing some stuff on the Xbox. And I'm here today with partner in crime on Gear Gauntlet, the tall dude who has a very definitely looking stare. Mr. Citizen Sleeve, introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Citizen Sleeve. You may remember me from such games as Obsessive Collecting Disorder or Drawtopia, but I'm currently working with this man here, Mr. Bites of Chicken, on Gear Gauntlet. I design stuff, all of it, lots of it, loads of different things. That's me. On YouTube as well.
Cool. And we've got a special guest with us today. We're absolutely cracking him up. His name's Major Iris on the Twitter. His name's TJ. And explain how we met you and, you know, how we've come about to be like sort of playing games with you and, you know, inviting you here with us.
Yeah, my name's Major Iris. I'm just a person on the internet, beta tester of Fable, moderator for their Steam Fable Anniversary Forum, Fable Forum Oracle. I ran into Jay and Steve here when they were testing out Gear Gauntlet, and I was like, I'm all aboard. Jay got me into the testing, and I've been really enjoying it. So it's an amazing opportunity to be on the Google Hangouts with them right now.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
I'll just let you guys know, I've got a really squeaky chair. My chair's broke. I'm broke, so can't get another one. But
the game's out.
Hearing the squeaky.
Both get new chairs when the game's out.
Yeah, that's the first purchase, a new chair.
Okay, can I get one? Because I'm using a hospital chair.
Hey, you can get one ahead of us then. I'm in quite comfortable caps right now, so it's not too bad a situation.
Yeah, look, hospital chair.
I've got a really bald head, that's why I'm wearing my hat. It's really
I've
weird.
got crazy hair, and it just gets crazier as it gets longer. Oh yeah.
So yeah, myself and Steve decided we're gonna just, you know, do a little Google Hangouts today. Steve's got a bit of good news in terms of some of the game development. So I want to talk to you a bit about that because I know he's really happy with himself right now.
I am.
But yeah, as you all know, it's E3 week. So you know, there's lots of stuff that's been happening. TJ was actually down at E3, so you can hear a bit of what he saw and stuff like that. And a lot of this is just gonna be random talking. So you know, if anyone is viewing us, just leave a message, and you know, we'll try and answer it. And we're just gonna talk about lots of random stuff. So, Mr. Steve, do you wanna start us off?
By all means.
Hang on real quick. Jay, do you have the Q&A on?
I do. There's something that says Q&A. Ah, there we go. I clicked it and something happened. It says the feature's disabled.
Yeah, are you able to enable it?
I clicked it again, and
First time troubles.
has happened, I think. Well, I clicked it and then it disabled, I believe. How do you know if it's on?
It would pop up a Q&A box.
don't know. When I click it, it's on the side panel. It says disable, but when I click it again, that side panel goes away, and then there's nothing. I don't know. Leave any questions in the comment section. I've got YouTube open, so I can look at my PC. I'm on a Mac and a PC at the same time because I'm just that awesome. So I'm gonna watch this.
Nice. Sorry to interrupt that.
That's all right. It's good sound technical advice.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, let's go, Steve.
All right, let's start then. Okay, so Bite of Chicken and I have been making this game for a little while now. It's been about a year and a half solid. It's been on and off before then, but we've been working damn hard on it. And today, finally, all 40 levels are painted and done. They need testing again. They need kind of any collision issues sorting out, any missing stuff sorting out. We need to make sure all the checkpoints work, get time scores, but they are done. They're built, they're painted, they're done, which means Gear Gauntlet is weeks away from release, we hope. Wow.
Sounds
Feels
amazing.
like kind of a weight has just shifted off our shoulders a little bit. It's not quite there yet, but just a little bit, you know? So that's good. That's good. That's what we want. So yeah, so that's the update on the game. But let's talk E3, shall we? Obviously, Major Irish, you were there, sir, TJ. So I suppose first of all, let's get your highlights, and then we'll kind of go through each of the major conferences. The only ones I haven't seen are Nintendo and the PC gaming one. I've seen the rest, and I've got a very clear idea about what I think, you know, was the best kind of stuff there and who presented and the best. So let's hit you up first, TJ. Kind of your highlights, the cool stuff you saw and did.
I was only at the Xbox media briefing, so the things I saw that was really exciting was the new Elite controller.
Oh yes.
I when everybody saw that in the Galen Center, the audience went crazy, and it's funny because the video that was shown through the app on the Xbox or anywhere else, it sounded out the audience. And what happened is the whole place was rumbling. Everybody was stomping and jumping around, so it was amazing just to see that Elite controller. So that was one of my big highlights, the Minecraft virtual reality with
HoloLens.
Yeah, HoloLens. That was pretty exciting. And you know, I was literally 3 rows up on the right side of the stage, and right in front of me, about 2 rows down, there was a bunch of high-level Xbox executives, and they were looking around at everybody when things were getting shown. So they were, they wanted to know what the reaction was, and they were definitely looking around to see what the reaction was going to be like, especially with the announcement of backwards compatibility. People went crazy as soon as they saw it on the reading screen that the presenters had aimed at them. It was to the far left, and people started going crazy even before they even announced it because they saw the text on the screen. So it was really exciting. The priority lining, I was 3rd in line of the priority lining. I was invited by Xbox / Lionhead Studios, and I was like 3rd or 4th in line. Ran into Major Nelson, which was really cool. Snuck down after the media briefing to the bottom level where you're not supposed to go, and got some pictures with Phil Spencer. And a couple other people. Got a photo of Henry Ford III. Got a photo of Kudo. I can't say his last name. I'm horrible at his last name.
Sonoda, I think.
Yeah, Sonoda.
But got a photo of him. Got some other photos. I was there with a friend. And before we actually yeah, before we even went to the media briefing, I was there with a guy named Todd Quest on Twitter. Him and me, we went to Hollywood Boulevard before that. On Sunday night, we went to Hollywood Boulevard. I got humped by the Rocky Horror Picture Show, Frank. Met up with Edward Scissorhand, giving me a haircut. Granted, I need one. And that was pretty much a big highlight for me. Is Hollywood Boulevard was like, I was stunned because I live in a small town in Arizona called Surprise. So when you see all these people, and even at the Galen Center, when you see all those people, it's like overwhelming. And it's a big highlight for me.
Cool. That sounds really cool. I mean, it's interesting the stuff you kind of saw and got up to, and the fact that, I mean, you often see in these press conferences that you can't really hear the crowd as much as, you know, when you're there, you can hear the crowd, you can get a feeling for how excited they are, whereas it's muted a bit by the presentation itself when you watch it on stream. But it sounds really, really cool. All right, let's back up then, and let's start with Bethesda, and then go back to Microsoft. So Bethesda, first time they've ever presented at E3. They didn't have like 18,000 games to show, 5 I think it was, and started with Doom, and obviously the big one was Fallout 4, which was announced the day before. So let's start with Jay then. Thoughts on the Bethesda press conference?
I mean, I'm the guy that likes Skyrim more than I like Fallout, and I know a lot of people say to me, "What? How can you know? I mean, you're crazy and stuff like that." But I just do. I still like Fallout. It's not like I don't like it. It's just that, you know, I just preferred Skyrim. So when I first initially saw the trailer for Fallout before E3, I was kind of like, you know, this just doesn't seem like a next gen game. So the environments all looked nice and stuff like that, but the actual textures looked really, really flat. But when I watched the press briefing, I was actually quite surprised, actually. And I still feel that the textures could have been a bit better, but the amount of stuff you could do in the games, from the customizations of the players to the modding of the guns, and all those, you know, little extras that is there. So I can sort of understand why, you know, they think to sort of just throw, you know, all the resource on making it, you know, the shiniest looking type of game. In terms of, you know, like the high textures and stuff like that. So that really sort of was like, oh, do you know what? This game actually is really good. I never doubted the game wouldn't be good, but it just didn't look, you know, like I must get this game straight away kind of thing. But I think I will get that day one, because what I saw from it, you know, I kind of felt, you know, this actually does look like an actual really intense game that will, you know, give me hours of fun. So I'm definitely going to be picking that up. I think that was the best thing that they had at the show. Doom, it didn't really do anything for me, if I'm honest. It just felt like another shooter that I could pick up. So it wasn't bad, but it just wasn't like, okay, we're seeing Doom now after how many years of, you know, them not being a Doom game, and sort of just grabbing me the way it did when I used to play it when I was a child and stuff. So, what other game did they have there? They had Doom, they had that.
There was the Elder Scrolls Online expansion, the Destroyed City of Tamriel, and we've just got that, obviously, Elder Scrolls, so it'll be interesting to see what that's about.
Yeah, to be honest, I might have missed that because I have no recollection of that. Well, it might have been because I think
it was third, and it wasn't very long.
Wasn't Bethesda like really, really late in UK? So
yeah, it was 2 in the morning.
I just like woke up, sort of thing, and just had a look at it. So
I did that the following day.
Yeah, so for me, it wasn't anything amazing. Like I didn't sort of do backflips and think, oh my god, yes, Bethesda, blah blah. To me, it kind of felt like a company that sort of starved the gamers, and then they showed us, you know, a piece of meat, and it was like, yes, I want it, because I was so starved, kind of thing. That's kind of how I felt people were reacting to this to the Bethesda briefing. You know, it's good to go nuts for something when you've been waiting 5 years for it. You know, but yeah, I mean, Fallout, yeah, definitely going to be picking it up. So, you know, I didn't think Bethesda really, like, I wasn't hyped for their show or anything like that, to be honest. And to be honest, sort of the hype that I got on that I got with E3 was from all the people I've been speaking to talking about this PlayStation and Xbox and stuff like that. I'm usually not hyped for E3, but this year I was really hyped, and to be honest, all my attention was sort of focused on watching those briefings. So that might have been another reason why I sort of fell a bit flat with Bethesda. But yeah, Fallout's a good game that I'm so you know.
Okay. TJ, thoughts on Bethesda's press conference?
I didn't get to see the Doom stuff. That's when I took off to Hollywood Boulevard. Okay. But Fallout 4, I'm amazed. It's a game I would pick up. I'm a huge fan of Fallout. I like the vast worlds that they create. The quality of the graphics. I agree with some people. It wasn't top notch in the presentation, but I believe that those graphics will be improved before release, and that's what I'm hoping. Even if it's a patch for day one, you know what I mean? But I did catch a little glimpse of Doom on Twitch when it was hardly working at my hotel room. But I saw some really cool guns, and I saw someone explode, it looked like. But that looked really cool. But I'm not a Doom fan, personally. So that's why I kind of took off to Hollywood Boulevard at that point. But Fallout, the fact that, they released the Pip-Boy extension to where you could do it through your cell phone. What is that new game called that they have on iOS now? Fallout Shelter?
Oh, Shelter, yeah. I haven't tried that yet, actually.
I haven't got a chance to try that either. But,
my brother said it's pretty good.
But I heard you can get what's his name? 2 dogs, right? Or 3 dogs.
Yes, yeah. By playing it,
you can actually have one of the girls that you have roaming around, she can actually get pregnant from him. So, yeah, I saw a bunch of tweets about that, and I was like, I definitely need to get an iOS device so I can play this, because I don't know how long it's going to take for Android. But the Fallout series, I'm glad it's in Boston, because there was, different rumors about other states that they're going to go to. There was even one call that people are talking about Fallout Arizona.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, this would be horrible. Arizona is boring. Why would you do it here? But yeah, I'm really excited about Fallout. Honestly, it's one of the games I'm really looking forward to.
Okay, well, I think I've got a slightly different stance from you two in terms of Fallout 4's graphics. With open world games, I've never been overly concerned, and I think one of the bigger criticisms of Fallout 3 was the fact everything looked grey and brown, like Morrowind. So I think one thing at least we've seen is a huge variety of coloured environments with different aesthetics within that same kind of wasteland world. So I think that looks beautiful. And I'm like you, I'm a huge Bethesda fan. My favourite type of games are open world RPGs. RPGs always have been. And just the creating your own shelters, I think, is amazing. I love that idea. The gun system and the overhaul to all those kind of bits looks amazing to me. So yeah, I'm hugely looking forward to that. Doom, kind of with you. I've never been a huge Doom fan. I do like those kind of shooters, but not that much anymore. Maybe when I was a teenager or early 20s.
Yeah, same here.
I like the snap mode with the maps. I think that's really interesting. To be able to have your own multiplayer maps built into the game from players all over the world and stuff. I think that's cool. I was kind of interested in the Elder Scrolls expansion just because I just bought the game and I'm just starting to get into it. I think they did okay for their first ever kind of big E3 conference. I think they had enough decent stuff to show, but I think without Fallout 4 they wouldn't have done it. It needed that big, huge break.
Do you think they're going to be there next year? Because if
I don't think they will. No.
They can't be there every year.
I don't think they're a company that can knock out big games every year and have that kind of presence. I'd kind of expect them to be there every 3 years or something. That's kind of what I would expect. So yeah, I think I give them like a B minus. I think they did all right. Not bad for a first time. Not bad.
I would say so.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's move on to the Xbox then and the Microsoft presentation. Loads of crazy cool stuff. I thought. Really amazing press conference from them. One of the first they've done in years, which I just thought probably the best in the year. But we'll get back to that. Let's hit TJ first for his views on this one, because you were there and you saw a lot of it. You mentioned the Pro Controller and some other cool stuff.
TJ, I just want to point out, sorry, I actually saw that controller about 2 months ago.
What did you see?
I saw that controller about 2 months ago.
Oh, yeah. Lucky you.
Developer insights.
I think to keep it so quiet. It's like it's so hard holding some of these secrets. That's what happens when you sign NDAs.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I wanted to add to this about the Fallout company's name. I was made fun of the whole time I was at the Xbox media briefing because I cannot say the company's name correctly. I say it Bethesda.
Bethesda.
So, yeah, but I say it like Bethesda.
Like Bayonetta. Nice.
So I was made fun of the whole time I was there because I could not say their name correctly, and I still can't. So that's why I did not say their name a few minutes ago.
Just say it phonetically. It's fine. Bethesda. Bethesda. There we go. I'm a teacher. I do tend to do this now and again.
But you know, the priority. Is it alright if I tell you guys about what happens before the show?
Yeah, by all means.
Are you guys interested in that? Okay, so when you get to the Galen Center, you walk up these stairs. Okay, there's one line to the far right, and then there's another line over here. Well, it's not really a line; it's a sign that says priority seating. So you either get directed, it's the people with the regular passes that go over there, or you go over here. And so we go up to the priority briefing down this long, like, it felt like 4 blocks hallway. And you end up in this room inside a gym. And while you're in the gym, you line up. They got a bunch of free water over to against the wall. So all you have to do is ask for water. But when you first get there and you need to go to the bathroom, I found this out the hard way. You have to be escorted by the Xbox service people that are around. They actually have to escort you because they don't want you to try to sneak into the media briefing area
and see any tech first or cool stuff.
Yeah, okay. So I was escorted down the stairs and by this office where Phil and all them were at for a few minutes. I saw them through a little window of a door. Bill Spencer. They were in there talking through this little window. And I get escorted to the bathroom. And the lady escorted me leaves. And the next thing you know, I come out of the bathroom, and there's this big, huge, bulky, guy. And he's like, "Oh, I gotta escort you back up." So they have this whole coordination of who escorts who to the bathroom, and
some serious security. Securing people as they go to the bathroom is impressive.
Yeah, but even if you're waiting in line, you cannot leave the building to go have a cigarette, whatever. Once you leave the building, you can't get back in. So, because they take your little barcode, they scan your barcode when you get in there, and they take that paper from you afterwards, and they give you this necklace with the light, which I have over there. But they, it was really cool, and when you first get into the Galen Center Auditorium, whatever you want to call it. You sit down and you see Phil Spencer walking around at the bottom floor, talking to the people that won those free tickets. I forgot what it's called. they did it the day before, and people had to wait in line. It's 500 people.
Oh yeah.
They were all on the bottom floor. I was up on the top right, like I said, 3 rows up. And right before the show, the most annoying thing is the announcer keeps saying, "Please make sure you're sitting down and please stay off the tracks." And it went like every 2 minutes. You heard the same thing. And so it was
attention span, so they make sure they understand and listen.
Yeah, well, it was just getting annoying because we got in there 30 minutes, 40 minutes before the show even started. So, like, every 2 minutes of it going. Yeah, so it was quite irritating. And then, but the show itself, you know, after waiting there, I'm going to get to that show now, is when it first started, it kind of blew me away in a way because like it's my first E3 media briefing I've ever been to, and you know the crowd and everything, and when Phil walked out, everybody was cheering and everything, and that's the thing we were talking about a few minutes ago is the live streams don't have the audience audio.
Yeah, because it did feel a bit flat when we was watching it, because it was like, when they announced certain things, it was like, I know people must be clapping for this right now, you know, but we don't get to hear it, so...
Yeah, I think those presentations always do, don't they? Because the noise of the presentation itself and the ambient sound, you know, that's going to be what you hear, whereas you can hear it, the crowd, but you can't really feel it properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I felt like that took away from the media briefing in a way. After I got home, I watched it again on my TV right here, and I just felt like it lost some of its atmosphere without the audience.
Yeah.
Like there was a part, this guy right next to me, when Phil walked out, he yells, "I love you, Phil!" And you see Phil look at him, but you don't hear it in the video.
Yeah.
So, and you know the whole conference was amazing. I was really disappointed though because Fable Legends, which I'm a big part of right now, during the media briefing, didn't really get an applause, and it was kind of a disappointment for me. So.
I think there's maybe just too much good stuff. I mean, you know, so many decent things. You know, everything from Halo 5 to, I mean, forget the games for a minute. Just the main announcements. I mean, backwards compatibility is huge, huge. That's a massive, great big swell of a fan base that will now migrate and adopt the new console. And I've got hundreds of games to download. So that's just blind in itself. I thought the Pro Controller that you mentioned before that you saw, you know, I know it's going to be a bit expensive. I mean, I think Amazon had it listed at like $150. It's like, sorry? No, reevaluate that before you release it. But taking the Stick Solve Ultra and the different triggers, the hair triggers, all that kind of stuff, that's awesome. HoloLens, and I know it was E3, and I know you have to take everything you see at E3 with a pinch of salt, especially when it's tech demo based. I thought HoloLens looked pretty damn. I mean, like, I do like VR. I've tried the Oculus. I like the idea of it, but would you sit and play Fallout 4 for like 8 hours in a row with that glued to your face? Of course you wouldn't. Whereas HoloLens, man, the holodeck. Oh, yes.
I've seen one image on Bang Bang Boom. Shout out to Next Gen, Crack Me from Reach and all those guys. It was of the alien. That alien thing that covers your face.
Oh, the face hugger. Yeah.
So they were like, this is VR, and they put it.
Exactly, man. Like, I can't sit. It's sitting in the dark. I can't sit in the dark for 10 hours and play, like, you know, Halo 5. It's just ludicrous stuff. So I think in terms, I think HoloLens would be way better for like just sitting in your lounge and like Total War. I could imagine something like Total War, Halo War being tight with like all the display here and stuff. Oh yes.
I think with Fable Legends, the problem that they've got is the game, because I've played it and I find it really good. But the problem that you've got is you've got a game that everyone knows and loves as a little action RPG type thing. And then now you've made a sort of kind of mobile style type 4 versus 1 thing. Well, I don't know, is that mobile? I don't know what you call it, but you made this 4 type of 1 game type of style of gameplay. And you attach the name Fable to it. So all those people that are waiting for Fable are now saying, well, what the hell is this? They're not even giving it a chance, but they're saying, this isn't Fable. You know, this is a lie. It's like, imagine Fallout came out, and then it was just like a beat 'em up. You're just gonna be like, what? Like, what are you doing? Even if it was called Fallout Rush or something like that. Do you know what I mean? It's the trust that you built up as a gamer and you know, developer and stuff, you sort of feel like, oh, what are they doing? They're just trying to, you know, use the name to basically do a cash grab kind of thing. So I think that's sort of the reason why everyone's just sort of like, well, yeah, Fable, yeah, it's all right. But you know what I mean? I've played it. I've never played as the what do we call it? The evil person, because I just think that it's just not my type of thing. 'Cause it sounds like it's more suited to a PC because of the way you sort of do the tactics thing. I just like to get stuck in and shoot things. So you know, I choose the guy who can shoot, and then you know that's me. But yeah, I really like the game. You know, it's free, so I don't understand why anyone's complaining about it.
I think it's a perception thing, as you've said, isn't it? The problem is, once you have a core stable of gameplay, when you deviate from that sometimes, it's difficult to sell that.
They shouldn't have called it Fable, in my opinion.
Well, let me add a little, let's say, without breaking the NDA, a little spoiler. Everything that people expected from the other Fables is going to be in Fable Legends. Everything. So, so the fact that I think a lot of people, when they see free, they think microtransactions. I'm going to spend a lot of money. And that's not the case. David Huckleberry has already told plenty of people, a lot of review sites, everything, that you will not pay for anything. You get all the characters, you get everything that is included in Season 1. Season 2, they might need to make a little bit of money, because remember, this is a free game, and they're a major company. So maybe Season 2, there might be like a $5 charge for Season 2. You know, something like that. It's going to be reasonable. But I think that's people's perception is, oh, it's free to play. It's microtransactions, kind of like Happy Wars, World of Tanks, anything like that. But that's not the case in this situation, and that's a promise I can make myself.
Okay, well, let's talk the games then. All the big announcements were all, you know, the 360 compatibility, the HoloLens, you know, the Pro Controller, all these cool things. Oh, I suppose the other thing we should mention is the Xbox mods thing with Fallout 4. The fact that you can now, or will be able to, download PC-built mods for that game directly to your Xbox, which I think that's a huge, huge step in giving games the longevity that they often have on Steam or PC by comparison to maybe console versions. So I think that's really cool. But let's talk about the games themselves.
It's going to be on console as well, but it's just coming to Xbox first. That's just been announced.
Yeah. But that feature is really interesting. So we'll have to see how that develops. But it's going to be interesting to see what content comes from the PC. Okay, let's talk about the big one first of all then. Halo 5. I, as a huge Halo fan, always have been. Played the original on the Xbox with my brother and my friends, System Link and all that stuff, and I followed the series all the way through, and I was impressed.
Yes.
I kind of can understand why Microsoft maybe don't think they need Call of Duty map exclusivity anymore.
No.
Halo 5 with Warzone, yeah, man, that's got some seriously cool stuff going on, and I can't wait. I think that looked really, really cool. Really cool.
You know what I find funny though, because first of all, Halo, yeah, it looked amazing. You know, people were complaining they didn't see Master Chief and stuff like that. Look, man, come on, the game looked beautiful.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it did.
The command stuff.
Yeah, it was amazing.
They took the good stuff out of Mass Effect. You know, put it in there. So I just don't know how people complain, but yeah, I saw some people posting things like, oh, it stole ideas from Titanfall and blah blah blah, and put it in, you know, into Warzone and stuff like that. But Call of Duty is basically the new one. Basically looks just like Titanfall, and everyone's like, yeah, PlayStation paid $50 million for that, you know, for DLC and all that stuff. So, yeah, Microsoft used to do that, and then they said no, we're not going to do it anymore. And then Sony picks up, you know, like.
I agree. Halo 5, Halo had to modernise, didn't it? It had to modernise. You can't have Halo multiplayer existed as it did.
When I played Halo, the Master Chief Collection, I tried to run.
Yeah, of course.
And it did not run, and I was like, what the hell? How the hell did anyone play this type of game? I've had consoles from way back in the day, and I had the first Xbox and all the Halos and stuff like that. And, you know, back then it just felt natural to walk everywhere.
Yeah, of course.
You know? But now you have to have things like running and, I mean, the boosting, but it's not even that like, it's not even like you're boosting far and stuff like that, you know.
I was just change of direction, yeah. I think they had to do it. They had to modernise the multiplayer to be with the biggest players, you know, the Call of Duties and the Battlefields and all that kind of stuff, you know. So they had to do it, and I really like the look of most of it. I think it looks.
Yeah, that Warzone. Cool. I think that Warzone is going to be, you know, that's really.
Oh yeah.
Up, you know.
That looked awesome.
Like, I mean, what was it, 24 player online, and then you got all these different posts you got to take over, and then it's got the AI stuff as well. So they're obviously, you know, making use of what they had in Titanfall in terms of the AI being processed up in the cloud and stuff like that. So that's good to see that they're using it. You know, they didn't just say, "Oh, Titanfall did it. Now no other game's gonna do it," kind of thing. So yeah, it'll be nice to see more games doing that actually. You know, so hopefully they're gonna do it and, you know, say, look how well this is running. You know, come and use this stuff, because more people need to start using these Azure servers and stuff like that, because, you know, they're just sitting there, and, you know, you've got all these games that they're struggling with the servers and things like that. You know, hopefully Microsoft will show them and say, look, this is how great a game can run. Come jump on board this, and people start.
Well, look at how well Titanfall's done, built on that hardware.
We just need more games like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Convince people, but
stable online multiplayer experiences.
So Halo definitely is day one. The thing is, I want to pre-order it, but
I already have.
I said to myself, I do not pre-order games. So if I go on now pre-order this game, I'm sort of going against my word, because I will say, do you know what I mean? Because the thing is, what I do is about 9 hours. Basically, when I go to work, I'll pre-order it so it downloads, and then it comes out at 12 o'clock or whatever. So I'll do that, but I like to wait right to the last minute, just in case any leaks come out that say, you know, the game's broken or blah blah blah. I mean, when I got involved, I really wish I didn't get involved. The game's not bad. It's just that you cannot find anyone online. Me and D, Nick, Eli, Dominic, basically, we tried to play that game. In 30 minutes, we found 2 sessions. You know, it was ridiculous. People just don't play it because they hit us so hard with all these DLC and, you know, in-app purchases and all this nonsense that it just threw everyone away. So now, yeah, you know, you struggle. So I wish that, you know, I'd waited and didn't do that. So someone could have said to me, you know, don't get it, basically. So, but yeah, I'm gonna pick up Halo, you know, a couple hours before it releases, just to make sure it's into and I'm not waiting. But I'll fast into that anyway, so it usually comes through. But yeah, Halo is definitely on my list.
Okay, CJ, what about you and Halo?
I've never been a big Halo fan.
Oh, sorry.
You know, I would have ripped my headset off. You know, the thing is, though, about Halo, um, even though I'm not a big fan, I still like what they do with the game.
Mm.
It's not something I can pick up and play. I can enjoy watching other people play it. Like, just the atmosphere is really inviting in a way.
Well, it's Microsoft Star Wars, isn't it? Kind of. I mean, that kind of not the same universe, a similar kind of sci-fi universe.
Yeah, and I kind of like those universes. I can't. When I play a Halo game, I gotta be able to run. I gotta be able to like jump where I want to be, more verticality. Because I'm a Call of Duty fan, and so I want something that I can enjoy like Halo that has the same verticality as Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Because it just feels minimum and like verticality and stuff like that. But I did enjoy the presentation. It was interesting. Here's another thing you guys weren't aware of. When they were showing that presentation, it was like the base system was going through the seats. So like every pound was vibrating the auditorium, and it was like really cool because like at the end when it popped up all the different people from Halo and the regular people standing in front, to play, it went boom, and the whole auditorium just shook, and it was amazing. And
I have to try and go next year. We really do.
Really. Yeah, it was amazing. It was like boom, and you felt like you were an earthquake. And I watched some of it while I was at the presentation. I was live tweeting as well. So the whole time I was there, I was also live tweeting and communicating with a bunch of different people on Facebook. So I was trying to watch at the same time. And from what I saw, it looks like it would be a really stunning game that a lot of people should pick up if they're into the Halo series.
Yeah.
Nice. Be interesting about the campaign as well. This whole the Spartan 4s and Spartan 2s, Master Chief and Locke, and I really liked the fact that Nathan Fillion was back as Buck from ODST as a Spartan. I thought that was really cool. So I'm looking forward to Halo. All right, let's move on to the other big one then, I suppose, which is Tomb Raider, Rise of. I have played the first, like the reboot. I've got it on PC. I've got it on PS4 as well. It's pretty good. It's a bit handholdy. I like the narrative. I like the writing. I like the aesthetic. I'm still not entirely sold by the game, maybe.
Yeah.
It looked gorgeous, didn't it? It looked stunning.
Yeah.
It really did. Great environments and animation and voice acting and stuff, but will I get it? It's one I might wait for and see. You know what I mean. So like views. Come on, Tomb Raider.
Do you know what I think it is? It's like the Tomb Raider that I know, that I grew up on, the kind of one that was like, oh my god, dual pistols, bang, 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 actually running up in the caves and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
That's not what we got. Like you said, it's too handholdy. I don't feel a sense of danger. I don't feel a sense of, oh my god, it's about to pop off kind of thing. These new games, I don't know, they just want to give you a tutorial all the time. I mean, like, you're like 5 hours into the game, and you still got things popping up saying, press A to do blah. Like, don't tell me, I know. and I think that's what the problem is.
The original had way too many QTEs. I mean, even in the opening, there's a bit where you slid down, and I mean, I'm not a fan of QTEs anyway. But the optional dungeons, that was a problem. Sorry, the tombs. The whole point of Tomb Raider, which I used to love, was you go into this massive, crazy, weird, a huge epic tomb where you had to solve this massive amount of puzzles and get round and unlock things. And in the new Tomb Raider, the reboot one, it's all optional. All the tombs are optional. So I really liked the tombs when I did them, but I wasn't really sold on the main core of the game.
Yeah,
I'm just hoping they change that.
This new one is, I think they've actually gone back to the whole tomb and stuff.
Yeah, it certainly
but
sounds like it, doesn't it?
the thing is, the problem that they've got is that they're really trying to compete against Uncharted.
Yeah,
So
massively.
instead of saying, okay, we're going to give you a tomb to raid, blah, 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 they're saying, oh, what's Uncharted doing? Okay, it's got a bit of going to the markets and talking to people. It's got a bit of this, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, Tomb Raider wasn't about that, you know, and I think they're assuming that people left Tomb Raider because they wanted that Uncharted type.
It's like they're trying to marry the two, but they've got to get the balance right.
But the problem, what people don't realize is some games you just lose interest in it, but it comes back around, and you know there becomes a point where it's like, yeah, we want to play that style of game again. You know, it's like, you know, like fighters kind of died down. You know,
yeah, until Street Fighter 4. Completely.
Like, Killer Instincts came out, and then it's like, yeah, you know, fighters are relevant again. You know, Mortal Kombat, you know, sort of picked up. And then you've got the Street Fighters that come out and stuff like that. And then now you've got all these tournaments and stuff like that. It's sort of bringing this new sort of energy and buzz around certain games. So people are sort of coming back to these games and stuff like that. So I just feel like they shouldn't always be trying to copy other games and making games easy just to get more people in. But I suppose it's business, isn't it? So.
Well, yeah.
The money's always
trying to marry that original puzzle design for Tomb Raider with the big.
But that's the problem.
Those
puzzles, Steve, they were hard.
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
If that's the main game, they know that not many people are gonna complete those games. So therefore, not many people are gonna get achievements. So therefore, people are gonna be complaining, saying, "Oh, the game was rubbish," blah 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 blah. So, you know, that's why they're doing all these things that they're doing, and you know, that's sort of the frustration that I feel with how games are so easy nowadays is kind of what led me to, you know, make Gear Gauntlet, because I wanted a game where it was it's hard, deal with it, you know. Adamorph, hashtag deal with it.
Maybe a couple of those levels I've made might make people headbutt their own walls or something. That'll be interesting.
Do you know what I mean? And the thing about it, because we're not sort of like, oh, if Fort buys it, we have to, you know, sell our house or whatever. So for us, it's like, you know, if people buy it, then, you know, thank you.
It's making your own decisions, and rather than having that high-end business thing and stakeholder, you know.
So yeah, exactly. So we're keeping the game true to that, and I just wish other games would do the same, because, you know, we will get better games, man. Like really.
Oh yeah, totally. The more unique.
Give us an option. Give us an option. Turn off these stupid bloody tutorials throughout the whole game, and stop holding our hand, or, you know, have baby mode for people that want to play like a baby. I don't know, man, but just don't force it upon us, you know.
Okay, so because we're going to be here for ages otherwise, let's just do our highlights then. So my highlights for the Microsoft one in particular. First of all, I thought it was the best at E3, show-wise. Now, we'll come to Sony in a minute, because I've read some things online, and Sony seems to have won it again, and I can't quite understand. And first of all, anyone watching, please don't think any of us are fanboys. No. I've got gaming PC there, my PS4's there, my Xbox is there, I play games.
My PS4's in my background, can everyone see it?
Exactly, doesn't make any difference. So this is purely on what we've seen and what we experience. And
I'm an Xbox fanboy, don't listen to Steve.
So, okay, but even so if we look at all the different conferences, I've seen a lot online about Sony being the best, and the only thing I can think that people have just lauded over is Final Fantasy VII's remake, which doesn't really bother me a great deal. I did like it when I played it back in the day, and 8 and 9, but I don't think it's the second coming of the best game ever. I just don't.
Final Fantasy remake is a big deal. I'm sorry.
You probably do, though, don't you?
Big deal.
Look, he's got his hands in the air and everything. Oh,
it's a big deal. But it is multi-platform, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
But yeah, come on.
I want to add something.
3, I thought, were the two that got, you know, like all of us, like, and I can't believe they showed a Kickstarter at E3. I thought that was a little bit out of order.
Yeah. What was you saying, TJ?
I wanted to mention something, because you guys were talking about Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah.
I think the game should quit coming out so quickly, because it's going to lose traction quickly. And I haven't played any of the Tomb Raiders in a long time besides the originals, and just the presentations and stuff, I don't want to play them because I don't see the same aspect of what they used to have.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to add that as a side note from my view.
I think it's interesting that, I mean, the problem is the turnaround for these games, isn't it? Like, something like Grand Theft Auto, or something like a Bethesda game, they give them 4 or 5 years, and they do make that game until the game is finished. And if it's not finished, it's not ready, it's not polished, something doesn't work, GTA cancelled their release for 6 months, and then released it. Obviously, they still had problems when they released it, but what can you do? But at least they then said no. But with these quick turnarounds, this 1.5 or 2 years between game cycles, look at how it's affected Assassin's Creed. Unity was a mess when it was released.
I got
Absolute
no face.
You know, and that's a shame. That's a shame. Cuphead, I should give a shout out to Cuphead. I thought that was really interesting.
But I want to talk about indie separately. So once we finish all of this,
We'll do an indie roundup then.
yeah, yeah, exactly. We'll do it indie.
All right.
Because, yeah.
Behind eyes.
Okay, well,
what was you talking about? You talk about we talk about highlights.
Yeah,
highlights for the Microsoft in particular.
What was my highlight for the whole thing? I really liked the Halo. I mean, yeah, I had a lot of focus on the indie stuff, but like I said, we'll probably talk about that afterwards. But
I think Rare was quite interesting. Like you, I'm not really bothered by the replay thing. I've got a lot of old games, but that pirate game.
The pirate game is
Thieves?
interesting because it looks like it's like an I want to say an MMO because it seemed like there was.
It looked like that to me, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know whether it's sort of like a 8 people max or that kind of thing. But the problem is these games are amazing. All these like MMOs and actually let me not say MMOs, but because MMOs are sort of a different kind of breed. But there's a lot of multiplayer games that are coming out now, and because of people don't seem to have much time anymore, so. These games come out, you get a quick burst about a week or two, then it just goes dead. You know, it just goes dead, and then it's just like, you know, pointless. So, I was like a strong advocate for online-only games. You know, don't give me a single-player mode. Just give me the part that I want, which is the online bit. Because when I grew up, I used to be in a clan and stuff like that. So I had like loads of friends. Who we used to play games with, and that's why I'm glad that Gears of War is back. You know, the beta was amazing. Oh my god!
We completely missed Gears of War. That looked brilliant. I thought.
Yeah, so I'm playing that, but again, I have to play it before I go to work because then when I come home, obviously I've got development to do. But I just feel like that game's gonna come out, and then it's gonna be the exact same thing. People will play it for a bit and then disappear. Even with Halo, I'm really afraid because. It is so hard to get. I mean, if you're going to Call of Duty, you're guaranteed to get into a game, just because there's that many people playing it. But all these other games, you just got no guarantee that you're gonna find anyone.
Well, there's so many now, and that's the problem, isn't it? They come so fast. I mean, look at the end of the year, man. There's so many games coming out.
I found that I now play more with the American people that I've made friends with because. I don't know. It's just more people to sort of get online with. So I end up sort of playing games that either really late or really early and stuff like that. And all the guys that I grew up with, because I moved to Nottingham, so I guess they just forgot about me. You know. So.
Right, Jay, we'll be your friends.
Well, and we don't really play.
Yeah, we're your friends, Jay.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just kidding.
Don't we even count?
We're new friends, but. Yeah, they haven't upgraded to the Xbox One because they're just like, I still got my 360, so many games, blah blah blah. So hopefully they're gonna migrate now. But
they're backwards, yeah.
You know, even I actually gave my cousin an Xbox 360, and I said, look, trade this in, use the money to put towards an Xbox One for yourself, and he's still like, yeah, I'm gonna get it at the end of the month. So, you know, and I'm said to him, I'll do the game sharing with him, everything, you know. They're satisfied with their 360. So, at the moment, they just was like, I don't see a reason to move, but...
I think this year might change you.
Now with E3 just gone, you know, they're gonna sort of, you know, they're gonna see what's happening, and hopefully they're gonna move across and stuff. So, yeah, you know, 2015, you know, come Christmas... should be decent. So
Oh yeah, it's looking pretty damn good. Expensive, hell of
yeah,
expensive.
yeah, exactly. It's crazy how much money it seems that we're going to be spending on things, but yeah, highlights for me. I mean, yeah, I think I think everything was just really, really good. You know, I just felt like it was bomb after bomb after bomb. But yeah, my main thing was the indies. But we'll talk about that in a minute, anyway. So,
Yeah, we'll do a roundup for all the indie stuff.
yeah.
All right, let's TJ first of all. Any other highlights for Microsoft?
Yes. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2.
Boo.
The Division. And Sea of Thieves. Those are my three. It was Sea of Thieves, right? The pirate one? Yeah, Sea of Thieves is the pirate one. And Fable Legends, of course, not biased or anything, but but yeah, those would be my highlights. Just those games alone.
Okay, my girlfriend's just nipping behind me to get some bits, so I've just turned my camera off for a second. But okay, let's move on to Sony then. Let's do the other big boys. Yes, I wasn't very impressed, I've got to say, overall. I mean, Shenmue and Final Fantasy VII seemed to be the biggest thing there was at the whole of E3. Yeah, look, he's doing his picture. See that? Check that out. You do that again, damn it.
Well, that's for TJ because he said I'm a traitor.
I'm a traitor. Yeah, I wasn't overly impressed. I mean, there was some cool stuff there, but most of it was in 2 years' time. You know?
Time travel.
The Xbox stuff was here and now. So what the hell? Seriously? You taking the piss? Like they showed Morpheus, and obviously Uncharted 4 was the end, and they showed some more No Man's Sky, but nothing we really haven't seen before. And like I said, I'm not really. Where's my? I'm getting my controller to turn that on. In fact, screw that. Hold on.
Your mic is off. Just FYI.
Cool. Sorry, my mic's here. My camera's off for a second while my girlfriend.
I mean your camera. Sorry.
Does what she's doing. Have you done what you're doing, Kerry? She's nearly done what she's doing, but she's not quite done it yet. Apparently.
Well, tell her I said hi.
TJ says hi. You might not have heard her. Shout louder.
We heard her.
I heard her.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, so what are your thoughts on the Sony conference then? Like I said, I wasn't overly impressed. There wasn't anything that really hugely stood out for me, and I can't quite understand why the internet thinks they did the best.
I'm like a mixed bag right now because I didn't watch the press conference. Obviously, it was really late. It was 2 a.m. in the UK, and you know some of us got to work and pay those bills. For me, I like the fact that they had Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I know you did.
Actually, no, let me correct that. Let me correct that. I like the fact that Final Fantasy is being remade by Square Enix. You know, I don't really see.
Screw your controllers. Check out my TIE Fighter. Hey. Oh.
So I don't really get what it's got to do with Sony. Obviously, they want that first DLC, so that to me doesn't bother me or whatever. If it only came on Sony, I'll buy it on Sony, regardless of whatever. I mean, I played the original on Sony, so it doesn't bother me.
It's a kind of Sony thing-ish.
But to me, the problem that I had with playing Final Fantasy, sort of the original again, but now I like my graphics, and I actually watched the video, and the character's arms are like sharp. Do you know what I mean?
Proper polygon graphics back in the old school. That's why.
Shit, I just can't do it. You know. So for me,
you graphics whore, you.
The story in my mind, from what I remember, was so compelling and so rich and deep, and for me, it just has so much nostalgia to it that I'm sort of like, okay, I need to play this again, just be modern. But at the same time, now that I think about it, I'm kind of like, if I go back to this game, it actually might not be as good as I think it is. You know, and you know, I'm sort of like, do I just leave it? You know, or should I continue? Because now, if I ruin that for me, then it's sort of like, oh damn, do you know what I mean?
It's a problem with a memory that's what, like 15 years old almost. You kind of think, I am nostalgic. Is it going to be as good as it was? Is it going to spoil it if I play it again? You know?
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
So Final Fantasy to me, it was a big deal. I won't lie to you, it was a big deal for me.
Did you cry a little bit?
When I saw it, I was just like, oh my god, you know. But when I saw Shenmue again, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Then I was like, I saw a man saying, it's time after time. Can I make this game? Blah blah blah. Kickstarter, and I was like, are you serious?
I thought the Kickstarter thing was.
I actually thought it was a joke. I thought I put the wrong link, and it went to one of those prank type videos. I don't know, man. It just felt embarrassing. I don't know.
Graham and I talked about it. We were the same. Like, you don't put a Kickstarter for a game you're not willing to initially fund straight away on the stage at E3. And now it's obviously funded. And people love that. That's fine.
People joke and say Sony's broke or whatever. Yeah. Obviously, we know they've obviously got money to obviously fund this game and stuff like that. Especially after you've just paid how much money for Call of Duty, Batman,
Destiny,
blah blah blah, all these other games that you're telling me you can't pay to get this game that everybody wants. Like, so many people want this game.
Yeah.
So absolutely embarrassing on all levels. And then now we're finding out that it's going to come out as an indie game, which personally I got no problem with it being an indie game. You know, because sorry, let me rephrase actually. I don't mind indie games, but I just feel like this game coming out as an indie game, it seems a bit weird. Do you know what I mean? It feels like
the size of the game and the budget involved. Yeah.
You know, it feels like they have no faith in it, and it feels like the guy himself has no faith in it. Because if he had faith in this game, he would be like, you know what? I'm gonna go to people who want to pay for this. I'm sure if he brought the game to Microsoft, they'll pay for it. You know, because that would be another win for Microsoft. And I know Microsoft want more wins. You know what I mean? They're winning, but you can always take more wins. You know what I mean? So I just feel like the guy himself, he just doesn't know what he's doing. You know, yeah, he don't know what he's doing. Sony don't know what they're doing. But in that particular case, anyway. So yeah, it was.
It's okay because it's Shenmue 3, and that's just wonderful anyway. Apparently,
it was like, let's say the name, and then maybe everyone's gonna go on Kickstarter and purchase it, and then we're gonna get 20 million from it or something like that. I don't know what they were thinking. Like,
it was just really weird. I just found it really weird.
It's getting me angry. It's just ridiculous. But on Sony's front, Horizon looks amazing. The game looks amazing, and you know, I mean, it's made by Guerrilla Games, who made what's it called? What the hell was the game called?
Killzone. They're the Killzone guys. Yeah.
I don't like that game. So, do you know what I mean? So, and Killzone looked good, but it just felt like trash. Like, for a shooter, the multiplayer was rubbish.
I've got Shadowfall, and it's a bit better, but it's not up there with the best we play with, like Halo and stuff. Certainly not.
Yeah, it's trash. And, do you know what I mean? And it's using a PlayStation controller as well. For a shooter, so that just doesn't work out anyway. But Blacklight was quite good. Well, I was forced to use the PlayStation Pad, but I actually like that game. But Horizon, it looks stunning. I was going to say it probably was one of the most stunning games out of the ones that was shown there, to be fair. So, you know what I mean? When I saw that game, I was like, wow. Sony, you tell me you're dropping bombs right now. And that's what I'm saying. They were hitting hard. Then they just went and started e-begging, and then it was just like, this is just embarrassing. So yeah, they had that. I didn't really feel anything from Uncharted. You know, after Uncharted,
I just haven't played it.
Uncharted, I didn't play number 3, but I didn't play it. If you know what I mean, it's like I bought it and I didn't play. And then Last of Us, I played it for about an hour and a half or something like that. That was more to do with I just didn't have enough time. Because it looked like it needed a lot of time, but I heard the AI was kind of trash, so you know what I mean. It wasn't for me. It wasn't a game that was like, oh my god, I have to play it. You know, I bought it because of the hype. Actually, no, I bought it when I got my PlayStation. There was a special offer one, But actually, I had it on PS3 as well, so I bought it twice. I think. Yeah, I bought it twice. But yeah, that's the thing. I bought it twice, and I still only played it for an hour and a half. It's ridiculous. I know. What other games did Sony have? They had Horizon and
That's the
Black
problem.
Ops 3.
which one?
Sorry, TJ.
Black Ops 3.
Boo.
Okay.
They get all the
Don't get me wrong.
exclusive
I haven't
DLC.
seen Call of Duty,
Let me
like,
ask you a question.
or anything.
You're a
played-
Call of Duty guy, yeah?
What?
You're a Call of Duty guy. When you play Black Ops, Modern Warfare, Ghosts, do you kind of feel like you're playing the same game, or does it feel like these are all different games to you?
They feel like they're different games based off the maps, but the guns feel like they never change.
Yeah. So to me, when I see Black Ops, I'm just like, it kind of looks like Titanfall. It looks like what I wanted Titanfall to be. So for that reason, it's got my interest. But at the same time, it's like it's another Call of Duty game, so I ain't going bonkers over it. You know. It's just
What did you think about the exclusivity changing hands then, as a Call of Duty fan?
I couldn't give a damn.
Not you, TJ.
Oh, okay.
I'm really disappointed that Microsoft let that pass on like that.
No, TJ, no.
I love my Black Ops, and I was reading a note from the head of Treyarch that said that this game would be the first of many to be on PlayStation exclusive. So that means that a lot of them are gonna be all the future Call of Duties are basically going to be exclusive and DLC wise to PlayStation in the future. Is basically what that means.
But TJ, why do you care? Because like all it is that they get DLC. Is it a month or too early? Like we're still gonna get it.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're also getting special exclusive skins for guns, etc. that Xbox won't be getting.
Do you know what? I choose one gun when I get to that level 30. I choose one decent gun, and I never change that gun.
The thing is, though, you and I don't play it like Graham and Mike and Ash and stuff. They play it like this. They've got like different classes, all their guns, and like when I play it, I literally just play Call of Duty with the same assault rifle.
I would
Probably not you should play it.
I would rather that they have the funding to bring out games like Recall. Oh, that's a game that we missed out. Oh my god.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and that looked really interesting.
Yes,
really interesting.
But that's an ID game, and you guys are going to talk about those later.
Was it?
Oh yes.
It's being made by what's his name? Shinji Ifuano?
Kinji Inafune, I think, the guy who made Mega Man.
Yeah, the guy who made Mega Man. And
what studio was it?
Huh?
What studio was it?
I can't remember what his studio is called.
It was him and a studio. Oh, the studio who made Metroid Prime.
Camcom or something like that? Fancom?
Yeah, it's the studio who made Metroid Prime.
You guys didn't even talk about Rainbow Siege either.
Oh yeah, no, we haven't. But I was going to do a bit of a Ubisoft kind of EA thing to round up and finish off with.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Titanfall 2? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh man, I cannot wait. That's a whole other thing, but I cannot wait. That's probably my favorite first-person shooter of the last at least 5 years. Multiplayer.
Titanfall 2 confirmed. No, I'm just kidding.
Confirmed here right now. Look into my eye. Okay, so I think the general consensus about Sony is they've got some interesting stuff. There was a moment that kind of blew us away, but really,
I think they shot themselves in the foot with the e-begging. Like I didn't like it.
yeah.
What is this Shenmue thing that I keep hearing about that they funded?
If you don't know Shenmue, then you don't know Shenmue.
What is it?
It's like a secret society handshake type thing.
Basically, like a series came out. Like the thing is, it's just crazy. I don't know. It's like by today's standards, people will probably say it was rubbish. I don't know because it doesn't do this. It's totally different in what you do. Yeah, the gameplay was just, it seemed like so advanced back then because I had it on a Dreamcast, and basically 1 and 2 came out, and then it was like you were coming to the end of the series because it was like a continuous story. So it wasn't just like Modern Warfare 2, and then it was kind of linked, but not. Like this was like you were following some guy called Lang D, and yeah, you were basically getting to a point where like things were about to kick off, and you coming to the close of the sort of saga, and then it was just like no more Shenmue. It was like hello, when are you going to give us the last chapter?
It was very odd, yeah. When they didn't just do it.
Disappeared. And it was like everyone's for years been saying, give us Shenmue, and it was like no one's making it. And it was like, how can you not be making a game that everybody wants? Like everyone wants to know the final chapter. Same as Final Fantasy. Everyone's been asking for it, and you don't make it. Yet
for a decade as well.
Yet you remake a game that was made a year before. So obviously you can just tell cash grabs.
I think Square Enix have changed a hell of a lot though from back then. I mean, you think what they do, all their Western companies now, Final
Fantasy and stuff like that, the online stuff, they really turned that around. But I don't know, a lot of these people, they keep saying, we're doing what the gamers want. We're giving what you ask us. We're giving it. Shut the fuck up, man. Like if that was the case, you would have made Final Fantasy and Shenmue and all these games ages ago, but you're not doing that. It's like Sonic and stuff like that. Why are we not giving us a decent Sonic?
That's just because Sega can't make one. They've tried multiple times and they keep screwing it.
I'm just saying that there's all these games where it's like you can make these because these will be straight. Well, actually, maybe it might be on a niche crowd or whatever because it will be people that want it for nostalgia reasons and stuff like that. But then they'd rather, it's like that Joe Montana that's just recently been released. It's coming to like mobile. Why would they trolling people and saying, oh, we're at Microsoft Studios and blah blah blah, and then now the game's on mobile and stuff like that. Because they know that on mobile you got all these millions of people that's gonna download this crap, and then they get all the AdSense and all that nonsense. So it's just. But at the end of the day, people want to pay their bills, so they want to get rich. I suppose that's what some people live for, their life for, getting rich. So you can't hate him, I suppose. But yeah, Sony, it was decent, but I
suppose the one that we should mention is Last Guardian, shouldn't we? Because we haven't talked about that yet.
Oh my God! You just brought up so much like just bad thoughts I had in my head. That game, it looked. Do you know? This is exactly what it looked like to me. Sony decided to themselves, okay, we need something big because they are now backwards compatibility. Okay, can anyone make 6 more minutes of this demo that we showed a couple years ago? Because that's all we got. We got like 6 extra minutes of what they showed 5 years ago.
Oh yeah, I talked to Graham about it, and we were both like,
we didn't get a new.
So you just led a dog really slowly round some slopes.
Yeah, we didn't get a new area. We didn't get any new characters. We just got the same dude.
After 7 years as well.
Same dude speaking.
The joy of fanboys, isn't it? TJ, what are your thoughts on Sony overall then? What did you like and dislike?
Oh my God.
I didn't watch it.
Have you not seen that
Sorry.
yet?
Oh no!
Damn it, man.
I'm actually gonna catch, because I just got home Tuesday morning, so I'm still trying to regroup from like everything. I took an 8-hour bus there from Arizona to Los Angeles. It took me 8 hours on a Greyhound bus. Okay, so I had left Sunday at 9 in the morning. And got there at 5 or 6 something that same night. Okay, and then I went to Hollywood Boulevard, blah blah blah, and then I left Monday night at basically 11:50 p.m. Got home at 7 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. So I'm still trying to catch up on everything. I mean, I got bills.
There is a lot.
I still got to get my bills paid, everything else. I don't know how I'm doing that right now. But basically, I got a ton of stuff. I got to clean my place. I got like empty bowls laying around everywhere that I left when I was in a hurry to get out
So
the door.
E3's turned you into a student again. Nice, I like it.
Yeah, so like it made me lazy, and and I went to something I wanted to add. I went to a really good restaurant. After I think it was Fifth and Olive Street, called The Farm. Had some good French fries. They have sweet potato fries and garlic mash fries. I got
Garlic mash,
both.
What?
Yeah, I got both of them. I ordered. There were $10 for both. 5 for each container, and the containers are like this big and about this tall, and they're filled with fries in this metal can. So I ate almost all the sweet potato fries. I ended up getting sick on my last day there because I was regrouping from all the sweet potato fries. And I'll add the rest of my journey towards the end. I'll add it towards when we get ready to get off. When I had dinner with the Lionhead guys and stuff like that, I'll talk about that a little bit later.
Okay, well let's quickly go through EA and Ubisoft. Then we'll hit the indies, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, so like Ubisoft and EA then. I think they both did okay, pretty good. I really liked Star Wars Battlefront. I have to say, I'm just a huge Star Wars fan. I have been since I was a kid, and just Snow Speeder taking down an AT-AT in groups. Oh, just yes, please. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for it. And it looked really bloody good, I thought. Have you seen any of that yet, Battlefront?
Battlefront, yes.
Nice.
I got to experience a little bit. I ran into a friend by the name of Jeff Braddock. He's one of the CMs for EA. And he gave me a glimpse of it. It's basically the brand new the old one, just remastered. It's basically what it is. There's no campaign. There's nothing like that.
Oh it's multiplayer.
It's
only.
all yeah. It's
multiplayer
only.
Too.
Yeah. It's something that was really cool is the walkers are still there. So you can get in the walker and all that other stuff, so it was really cool. But I would have loved to see Battlefront kind of move its way towards PC as well. I'm not sure if that is going to PC. I didn't catch a glimpse of that.
I think it will do. It'll go to Origin because it's EA, I think.
Yeah, so it's something that I'd definitely play on PC, but, being that I'm not a PlayStation person, and I don't have one.
It's on Xbox One. It's coming to Xbox One as well. It's coming to all the consoles.
Well, I'd rather play it on PC. It just seems like one of those games that I would want to play on PC.
I'm a console guy for shooters. Always have been. It's just the Xbox pad. Although I've got loads on the PC as well.
Well, see, the reason I was looking at it as a PlayStation aspect, I know it's coming to Xbox One and stuff, but PlayStation is the main behind those guys kind of
they've
person.
Got the deals and stuff. You can already pre-order it on the PSN store.
Yeah, and that's why I'd rather play it on PC, because then it's not crossed over to a different console.
Which game is it?
Battlefront.
Oh, Battlefront.
Yeah. So that's
this
why I played on PC.
I don't know. I mean, when I watched it, I was like, I don't see the hype.
I wet myself a little bit, just a little bit, but just enough to make me go, oh yeah.
Nah, because when you got the trailer, I was like, it's never gonna look nothing like that.
Of course not.
I didn't expect it to look anything like that, but it didn't look anything near that. It looked very, very far from that.
Oh yeah, but I thought the game itself. I mean, I just can't. If 3 or 4 of my mates are in snow speeders and we're taking down an AT-AT, that is just yes. Oh please.
The thing is, whenever I play Battlefield, I just feel like it's a massive map and I'm not doing anything. I can't kill anyone. I run down.
This should be more focused,
and then I get shot.
This should be more focused though, because there's no iron sights on stuff, so people are going to have to get into the action. If they stay on the outside, they're not going to be able to do
I'll
much.
play it, but I mean, for me, it just didn't do as much as I thought it would, especially after with all the hype that people were giving it and stuff like that. But
All right, well, let's just clear the Ubisoft and EA stuff nice and quick. I'm not a big contemporary game type guy, so I'm not like into this, contemporary war and contemporary spy stuff. So things like The Division and Wildfire and that kind of stuff isn't really my cup of tea. But I mean, what kind of stuff from Ubi and EA was stood out for you guys?
I've played actually The Division. Wasn't too bad, but that's another story. Yeah, for me, I'm really still looking forward to The Division. It's an MMO in third person. Look, I can get with a group of people and we'll be like, yeah, okay, we need some.
You and me, Jay. You and me.
Exactly. Go into the dark zone. Oh yeah, but do you know what I mean? That's my type of game, man. Like I get lost in that kind of stuff. Like with MMOs, I always start off slow, and then it's like once I start playing it for a while, it's just like I just need to play this all day, and then I just get lost and not really. I mean, remember there was a point, Steve, when I said to you, I'm not gonna do anything for about a month because I was playing Final Fantasy.
Okay.
Hello?
I don't know what. I don't know
Server
what
error, apparently.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. Yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, I got to sort of just get my money's worth kind of thing. So I just keep playing and playing and playing. So I'm really hyped for The Division. Ghost Recon, that also looks really good. I need to get more information on that because I grew up with Ghost Recon. That was one of the main games I used to play, with fan matches and stuff like that. That and Rainbow Six. So it'll be interesting to see what that was because I don't know. I just saw like a guy flying around and stuff like that. Rainbow Six Siege. It's like I'm hyped for it, but I'm not because when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, Rainbow Six. This is Rainbow Six. But then it's like, I don't know. I'm thinking, is that gonna get boring after a while? Like, oh, breach this thing. Oh, breach this. Do you know what I mean? The problem with games being so secretive is that I don't get enough information. So for me, do you know what I mean? It's hard to get hyped for sometimes because I don't know anything about the game. So yeah, for me, Ubisoft, it looked like they were doing some good things. I'd probably say overall they would probably come after Microsoft. Maybe on the same level as PlayStation. But yeah, no, I quite enjoyed Ubisoft.
I'm glad they didn't show Watch Dogs 2, put it that way.
Oh,
that would have
my
lessened
God.
my feeling of goodness
I
towards
think
them.
that the amount of money I spent on Watch Dogs, that stupid special,
Yeah.
I should get Watch Dogs 2 for free.
Okay, so TJ, what do you think about the Ubisoft stuff? You already mentioned the Division. Sorry,
Yeah.
Rainbow Six.
Yeah, Rainbow Six, Rainbow Siege, whatever it was. They showed 2 different Rainbow games, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. No, they showed Rainbow Six Siege, and then they showed Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Yeah,
Which is new to you,
yeah. I'm interested in those and The Division. I think Ubisoft they do a good job on their games, a lot better than EA in my opinion. So any game by Ubisoft, I'm usually hyped for, like Assassin's Creed Syndicate, that they announced as well. I'm interested
See, I'm
in that as
backed
well.
up with that at the minute. I've got Black Flag to finish. I haven't started Unity, and I really want it, and I love the Victorian England setting. I love that aesthetic anyway in games. So I'm looking forward to it. Just gonna have to wait for a bit, I think.
So
Assassin's Creed Unity, they still have a lot of problems with that. Just a heads up for you.
Still even now. Jesus.
Yeah.
There's some problems that are so embedded in code that Do you know what I mean? You can't just remove it. You know, that's just how it happens sometimes. You always get these like workarounds and stuff like that. And the problem with games is that so many people play them in so many different ways that sometimes it's just unavoidable to to get rid of certain bugs because you just didn't assume it was going to be used in a certain way. And obviously it's not an excuse.
Add the toolbox to your thingy so you can cut between us.
Say again?
Add the toolbox to your thingy so you can cut between us. It's stopped because we dropped out of the chat.
Toolbox?
Or whatever it is that made you cut between us when we were speaking.
Didn't do anything.
It was doing it before, but it cut out, didn't it? So it's stopped doing it now.
I don't know what you mean. My thing's still behaving the same way it was always behaving.
Mine's just staying on TJ now. Don't matter.
Anyway,
Oh, yay!
Hello.
Hi! How are you?
To the indie stuff. Before we go on the indie stuff, I got an email, and I don't know what the person expects me to do with this email, but they wrote, "Hello, could you tell me when Gear Gauntlet review code on Xbox One will be provided, if available? Could you send me one, please?" Who the hell are you? Do you know what I mean? I don't mind giving codes to people that want to review the game and help promote it and stuff like that.
Yeah, totally. But not random people who are just going to try and get code from us because they think they're a reviewer.
Tell me why I should believe you're even a reviewer. Like
I'm a reviewer, Jay. Apparently, I get codes from all kinds of indie developers now, like Lifeless Planet. Like David from Lifeless Planet, he sent me code recently. I didn't have the game, but I almost all the indie games I have were review codes.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean? It's just that why people feel that they should just they shouldn't get something just by sending the most randomest email ever, do you know what I mean? But anyway, let's talk about these indies because I know a lot of people are gonna say I've gone crazy, Well,
You are crazy.
For me, I really believe that the indie games that I saw stole the show. For me, they just stole the show. And what people don't realize, because you just think the thing is, people just think indie, bottom of the barrel kind of thing. But there used to be a time when there was such a thing called AA developers, and some of these indies, they start off small. Obviously, they want to, raise a bit of money, raise awareness, blah blah blah. And then they get into a position to get them endorsed, and then they're able to make these games, but at really great quality. So they're filling these roles of what the AAA guys, the AA guys used to do.
You just got to look at No Man's Sky. I mean,
yeah, exactly. And the problem, the thing that people don't realize is with indie games, you don't know what to expect. Some might be not so good, but then there's these little ones that they do something really magical. And when I saw Ashen, I was just like, wow, this game looks really amazing. And even Cuphead, I thought because Chris Charler, when I was talking to him when he was in London and stuff, I was like, oh, you've been mentioning Cuphead quite a lot. I overhyping this game. But when I saw Cuphead, I was like, wow, because they showed more of it now. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's hard to know about a game if you're not shown enough detail about it. And when I saw it, I was like, wow, this game looks really good. Not the aesthetics and the 1930s graphics, but it looked like it had a lot more meat to it than what I first originally thought. So that's a game that I would definitely be picking up because it looks hard. So it's definitely speaking my language there.
and the animation's beautiful as well.
Yeah, and it just looks
1930s, 40s kind of Disney.
I guarantee I could put that on there and my kids will be like, oh, can I watch it? Because they won't be able to tell that it's not a cartoon and that's a game. But yeah, another one that I'm surprised I didn't see Ryan there on a PlayStation. I didn't want to talk about that. That was a game that I was really looking forward to. I think back for me sits right next to Ashen. So those two
Ashen,
games
really
right
good.
there, you know, really two great looking games. I mean, like low poly, because everyone's jumping on this whole low poly art style now. But the way Ashen did it, it was like low poly but high quality, so it looked really nice.
If it looks nice and the aesthetic works for the game type, I'm all for it,
Yeah,
definitely.
and I love the way that they had the no faces as well. That really spoke to me because, you know, I think that's how people should treat each other. You know, don't judge people by people's faces and all that kind of stuff. You know, but yeah, another game that I really, I actually didn't watch the briefing. I didn't watch the PlayStation briefing, so I didn't actually watch anything about it. But No Man's Sky.
Mm.
Those
Enigma
two,
still. I think we need to
went
see
to
more,
my
but yeah.
university. I've actually met that Sean guy because he came into our class, talking about getting into the games industry and all that stuff. And also, the technology behind that game is so crazy. I'm not the most technical developer there is. You know, I don't claim to be the smartest developer. I don't, you know, I'm definitely not a graphics programmer or anything like that. I, you know, like to think of myself as more general gameplay type person. That's what I like to sort of get involved in. I like to see stuff happening rather than getting down to the nitty gritty, foot to the metal and all that kind of stuff. But when I was listening to one of his videos, I was like, oh my god, the math behind that game is so crazy.
And the tech involved, yeah, completely.
That game and the technology behind it, I think is going to be used by scientists to start doing things to like simulate the universe and stuff like that. Because as you can see, that stuff that game can generate millions of galaxies and all that kind of stuff. So, do you know what I mean? Why not use that sort of technology to start, you know, using it for real life stuff like in terms of, you know, the deep space and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, again, that game, short, secretive. What the hell did you do on that game other than fly around?
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. We need to see
Well,
more. We need more concrete details, don't we? Something we can really grasp at.
that's why I keep on saying about this whole pre-ordering stuff. Don't pre-order on this whole, you pique my interest, I'm going to pre-order. No, let these developers come out and show you what the hell they're talking about. It's like us with Gear Gauntlet. We've posted loads of details about it. You know what the game is. Don't buy it and then say we tricked you. You know what the game is. You know, you've seen the demo. You know, people are playing it. Do you know what I mean? I like to be upfront with what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? So I would.
It's the hype train, though, isn't it? And E3 is all about the hype, building it up and building it
You
up.
can have hype with people knowing what the hell.
Oh no, of course.
You
But a
know,
lot of developers don't think that's, you know, they would rather have it steady, and then boom at the end, rather than actually just letting people see everything.
I just can't get behind it because I don't know what the hell it is I'm purchasing. You want me to buy a season pass when you haven't even made the stuff yet? Like, are you being like serious? Like, get out of here with that. You know. So yeah, for me, I think if I had to give a grade just to the indie stuff, grade S.
Super.
You know, so shout out to ID Xbox on that one because, yeah, the games that I was seeing, I was like, oh my god, I'm glad that, you know, my game won't be coming out when these games are coming out because
It's just really diverse to see
Super.
all these different types of games and styles. And
not a good game because it is, but it's a different type of game. But that just says to me, okay, for the next game, we got to step our game up. This is what people are making now. This is what is the norm. So this is what we should be producing as the norm as well. So,
oh, don't you worry, son. We'll step our game up.
yeah, you know, shout out to ID Xbox on that one, and you know, securing Ashen and Cuphead as lifetime exclusives.
Proper. Exclusive.
I actually have all the ID and Xbox that were announced right behind me.
Oh, there's another game that I saw as well that looked really good. A colourful kind of shooter one. I don't know the name of it, but I'll find out the name. But yeah, for me, yeah,
You might see it on here.
yeah, but it keeps switching between, so I can't see it. But yeah, ID Xbox, great job. That was my star of the show. Over to you guys.
Okay, so for me, if we're doing a bit of a roundup, but specifically indie stuff, I thought Ashen looked absolutely amazing. I thought it was just beautifully drawn. The animation looked amazing. The concept looked really good. But for me, the indie game that stood out was Cuphead. I showed Kerry Cuphead, and she was blown away by it. She adores Disney anyway. So first of all, the animation, that kind of 1940s, the kind of birth of Disney, that kind of animation just looked beautiful, and it looks brick shit hard, which is just great for that kind of game. Really interesting, loads of cool stuff going on, and quite a dark story maybe as well. So that was the one that really stood out for me. I thought that was great. I thought No Man's Sky, same as you. I need to know way more about it, but it looks amazing. I mean, infinite universes, that's just. But it depends how they structure the things you can do, or if they do, have quests, or if it's more open than that. But we need to know more first, I think.
Infinite universe. I'm not going to be infinitely doing nothing.
The game to play forever.
The games I'm looking for from ID at Xbox that was displayed, anyways. Not saying Gear Gauntlet. Beyond Eyes.
Yeah.
Cuphead and DayZ.
Oh, interesting. See, my mate Ash is a huge DayZ PC player, and he's been trying to coax me over there. I've just got too much to play at the minute. So,
well, I'm looking forward to the also Goat Simulator DayZ version. I'm interested in that as well. I'm also interested in Cuphead only because I like the art. I like the
it's
the
beautiful.
generation art. I wasn't too fond of Ashen. I guess because I didn't know too much about it, because not a lot said about it. But they presented it in a good format, but I want to know more before I invest my money into that. And we're talking about ID at Xbox games. What do you guys think of the 60-minute preview that's available to the Dashboard Preview members?
I really like it. I think it's taking early access and providing something to allow players to at least know what they're getting into, which I think is good. It's a good barrier to have. And Elite Dangerous is there, obviously, and I'm definitely going to hit my hour of that because that looks like a game I could really get into. But yeah, I think it's a great idea. I really, really do. I think it will mean in the long dark as well. I think it'll just mean it'll get rid of some of the stuff and the problems that happens on early access on Steam. You get all these problems and people throwing up fake games and games that are in development for years and never do what they say they're going to. But I think at least with this, because you've got the try before you buy option, it does alleviate some of those problems. I mean, obviously there's a big gateway which isn't there with Steam as much anyway.
You ain't gonna get no Unity bought stupid apps.
Dropped in assets, yeah, completely.
We're gonna get that because people actually, check that stuff. It's not just go on green light and hope the community flags it. No, do you know what I mean? ID Xbox, it isn't the thing is, it's not hard to get on ID Xbox, but at the same time, it's not easy. Do you know what I mean? It's not
Totally.
You make trash and put it on there. So, and we wouldn't want that because then we would just get a box full of trash.
Fireplace Simulator 2015.
Exactly. So, but yeah, no, I really like that program because, it's something that I would want to look to explore because sometimes, we might not have the resource at that time to make a full game. Being sort of two guys working out of our bedrooms and stuff like that. As you can see, I'm in my bedroom. This is the office. Okay,
this is my lounge. I need better lighting, as you can see.
This is my living room.
So yeah, I mean, it would be great if I could, work on a prototype and stuff like that, or even a bit further than a prototype. But then to say, guys, do you want to see this game fully made and come to reality, kind of thing? I mean, and the thing is, not even to sort of try and get money up front for the development or whatever, but just to be able to say, look, okay, I've got this idea of something I think is good, try it, and is it good? Because one thing with Gear Gauntlet, I mean, we obviously didn't have the knowledge or the resource to be able to say set up proper beta testing and things like that. So
totally. First big console game for us.
We had to go to the community and say on Twitter, okay, we've got this game coming out. Does anyone want to play? And we luckily had a good response from that, and people played it, and they were helping us find bugs, and and they were enjoying the game. So we was like, that was saying to us, people like this game, man. That feedback is really great. I know there's a lot of devs that say stuff like that. People think, oh, just another cliche, but it really does help, So yeah, I mean that program, I definitely think it, smart move by Chris Charlotte and his team, Agostino and Dave Milorowski. I'll probably mess up his name there, but yeah, all those guys. I don't know all of their names, but great job on bringing this program, because I think it's really going to be good. And like The Long Dark, I downloaded it now. I would never have known about that game if it was in that program.
Yeah, no, totally. They're going to flag up things that we certainly haven't seen.
I would have just been like, oh, The Long Dark, what's that? I don't know about that game. I ain't gonna pay for that. So hopefully, it sort of makes makes more games aware. Brings in awareness for some certain games, and it just leads to better things. But
we'll probably find the best of PC in early access. The best of will trickle in as well, which can only be a good thing, I think.
Yeah, but one thing I mean, I don't really want all these kind of PC games just sort of flooding over, because if you notice that a lot of PC games have been flooding over to the PlayStation and stuff like that, and for the developers, it's good. But if we get DayZ, I don't want Rust. I don't want all the other ones, and then it just becomes, we just get this whole. I mean, I'm curious about DayZ, but then I heard you just get attacked by everyone. So if that's all, if you've got like 10 games that's like that, then that just becomes rubbish.
Oh yeah, they've got to have variety, and they've also got to make sure that the games are localized for console. Don't be bringing PC games over that don't run on console.
We're getting Ark, so it's like, to me now, we've got enough survival games. Like, how many survival games can we have?
Apparently, hundreds and hundreds.
Well,
everything is a survival game now.
Say that again?
Sorry, TJ.
And this is a survival game. I'm sitting here playing it. I'm streaming it to my laptop while I'm on the little conversation here. So that's why I'm not looking over there. But yeah, this is a survival game itself, and it's really fun. You have to basically survive.
But that Windows 10 feature that the Xbox One has.
Yep.
Oh well, another feature that Microsoft's given us, but Microsoft.
Well, that's what I think they've done this year. I mean, the amount of features and extra stuff they're adding to what the console can do is just blinding. And the backwards compatibility on its own was just like, wow, genius! Thank you. All right, let's wrap it up then. Simply by providing our best of E3 game, full stop. One game. TJ.
My one game would be Ashen.
Oh, okay, here we go. Why?
From what I saw of the trailer, it's the aesthetics of it, the art style. I really loved it. It really piqued my interest. I mean, for me, I don't choose the game because I think, oh, that's the one I'm gonna have the most fun with. I feel like a game that can grab me in terms of how fun it's gonna be, what it's doing to advance technology, what it's doing to advance other things that like third-party stuff. So that it might be speaking out and dealing with racism or blah blah blah. Do you know what I mean? Things like that. So it's not just am I gonna have 30 minutes of fun and then put the game down, because there are some games where I like that. You play it, it's fun, but then you're like, oh, I've never played this game. But I don't know. Action for me, it was speaking to me on another level, and I don't know whether it was the developer inside me that just sort of felt like that is a type of game that I would have loved to have made myself, and
yeah, totally agree.
So yeah, for me, it just and it just looked so interesting. When you saw that flying beast. Yeah, I know. Last Guardian had a fly, some kind of funky dog-looking chicken.
Dog-looking chicken.
But you know what I mean? That game, mate, it's been in development for 10 years or whatever, and we ain't seen it. And at least Ashen, we're gonna get a flying beast of that scale, and you know what I mean? It looks like it's gonna actually get made. So, yeah, it just looks so interesting. So, yeah, for me, Ashen, #1.
Okay. TJ, game of the show.
My game would be Fable Legends. Not being biased or anything, I think being the why reason is it's free to play and it has everything in it that'll keep my attention for a while compared to other games.
Okay, I think mine has to be Fallout 4. I love that shit, man. I love Bethesda RPGs and the amount of variety and the fact you can now craft your own shelters and settlements and you can make this crazy amount of guns and just man.
Will you create those shelters?
Yeah, man. I'm the kind of guy with Bethesda RPGs, right? If you look at my X360 achievements, Fallout 3, Mass Effect 2, New Vegas, all like 1,000 pointed or beyond with DLC. Yeah. I get obsessive with that stuff. Always have done. Love it. Absolutely love it. Cannot wait for Fallout 4. Game of the show, and maybe game of the year when it comes out. We'll see. We'll see. Right. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I've been Citizen Sleeve.
Yeah, I'm Jay Bites and Chicken. It's me.
Is it my turn?
Honestly. If I could give you a digital slap, I would.
No, thank you guys. It was fun to hang out with all of you guys, even including you, Steve, Jay. I'm Major Iris. You can find me on Twitter at Major Iris or Xbox Major Iris, whatever. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the show, tweet at us.
Okay, thanks for joining us. We are going to do this a lot more often. You can find Bites of Chicken at Bites of Chicken on Twitter. I'm Citizen Sleeve on Twitter, and this is Major Iris on Twitter. So get on there, follow us, follow our game shenanigans, game making shenanigans, and crazy talk about the said world of lovely video games. Take it easy. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.